Right, good evening, people. My name is JR and I am the FR GOONER. I'm joined here by Lito today. We're going to do a roundup of the season, who was good, who was bad, who needs to go. But before we get into that, Lito, firstly, how are you?
Good, bro. I'm happy the season's over, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie at all.
100%. I mean, it wasn't much of a roller coaster. It's more of like a flat Coke,
Yeah,
no bubble,
yeah.
a poor season. Definitely glad it's over, to be fair. Do you know what? Before we get into like the nominations of who done well and who do we think is not the guy, etc., let me just ask you because there's been a lot of rumors on Xhaka at the moment.
Mm.
Um, how do you feel about Xhaka moving to Roma potentially?
Um, everyone has their price.
Mm,
I thought they was trying to offer like 10 mil. I was like, nah,
yeah, yeah,
not.
yeah.
I mean, as much as we berate him, he's definitely worth more than that. But then on the other hand, I don't know. I think he's a good squad player. We've obviously we spoke about this in past shows and
Yeah,
stuff. I, on one hand, I'm like, keep him. But then, to be fair, that's only if we get another centre mid, because
yeah,
then
yeah,
he backup guy. But then he probably don't want to play that role.
yeah.
So if he's on the move, 20 plus, then we can talk. But this 10 that's floating around, no chance.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree. I mean, 10 million, you're taking a mick. I think that's Mourinho taking a mick. They obviously know that we need the money. We're not in Europe. They know that we need to kind of change a lot of things in our squad. So they're just trying to offer what they can get away with, so to speak. 10 million, we can't accept that. I was even thinking, to be quite honest, Xhaka has his doubters, but I think 30 million, to be quite honest, in today's market. Do you know what I'm saying? 25 minimum,
Mm,
you know,
definitely.
and it with 21 million's been shouted about, they're taking a mick, to be fair. I fully agree with you, though. I kind of feel that one thing with Xhaka, a lot of people don't like him. Some people do like him, but firstly, I don't think we've got anyone in our squad that's got his passing range. I think he's got a great passing range. I was looking at his stats in terms of pass completion, 90% this season. That's good. Do you know what I'm saying? And in key matches, when we're shouting, what does Xhaka do? What does Xhaka do? For example, against Liverpool, when we lost 3-0 this year, when Xhaka wasn't playing, and it was very evident when he wasn't there how much he was missed. So I'm not saying don't get rid of him, because I understand that we're in a position where we need to generate some money to buy these players that we need to buy. But at the same time, only if we're going to replace him properly and adequately and with
That's
the
the
right player. And I hope that Arteta and Edu, they've got a plan in terms of, okay, if you are going to sell Xhaka, we're going to get this guy in. And if that doesn't work out, then we've got option B as well, because plan A doesn't always work out. So I hope they've been thinking about that. So yeah, I mean, who in terms of if we did sell Xhaka, is there anyone that you could see replacing him, or is there no one? Is he that good?
there's always someone. I've got someone, but it's on my list for one of the questions later. So
Okay, you're leaving it. That's fine. That's fine. Let's get into it then. We're gonna look at this season. It's been, like I said, it's been a flat season, but we're gonna look at who was our players of the season, who was the young player of the season, who was the biggest flop, who was the most improved, for example. We're going to start off with, because it's been a bad season, we're going to start off with the biggest flop, I would say. Yeah, we're going to get straight into it. So let's start off with yourself. Who do you think for you was the biggest flop for Arsenal this season? And give me your reasons why, if you can.
bro, I've gone with Ceballos, man. Danny Ceballos, bro.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, yeah, when he came the first time around, I thought, okay, you know, from Real, he must have some pedigree. Look kind of tidy. I didn't do the whole YouTube video thing to see what he was about. I like to just see what they can do. And he started well. I give him that. But for me personally, I think there was a few highlights, and then after that, he just kind of flatlined for me, man. And then I was good for him to go the end of last season. Like, cool, you did your little bit. You scored the goal at Sheffield that got us into the final. Cool, thank you. So then when I heard he was coming back now, I was just like, what is the point? Like, I don't see what he contributes, bro. Like, honestly, like, I find that he does have an eye for a pass. I give him that. But I find that he goes down the play a lot. He loses the ball a lot. And this season as well, he made some very key mistakes, bro. Like, very key mistakes. And I don't know, I just felt like at one point he was doing what he needed to do to get by. And then, you know, obviously
he's floating, wasn't
he? Yeah, this summer comes and then he kind of goes back to Real and see what happens for him. But yeah, I didn't see what he contributed, and yeah, he just wasn't the guy for me, man. So yeah. Definitely bias.
Okay, I mean, you mentioned that he started off well. He started off very well. I remember that first match, he got 2 assists. I think it was Fulham we were playing. He got the 2 assists on his first match, and everyone was. I remember Alan Shearer, match of the day, was raving on about him, like, this kid is going to be something special. You know, he said you didn't watch YouTube. I watched the YouTube. I know you're not meant to do it, but I done the YouTube thing. I remember telling my dad, listen, you see that Ceballos guy? He's going to be very special. Watch out for him. Watch out for his. But you know what? You're 100% right. He's been very disappointing, to be quite honest. And you talk about being flatline. I mean, this year was the year of the Euros. So it's an opportunity for him to get into the Spain squad. Even if he didn't want to stay at Arsenal, you know, he's got to shine to show that he's credible to play for Real Madrid. You know, he didn't do that. But I also don't think he done enough to show that he's good enough to play for many teams at that type of level. You know, so Bios, you talk about mistakes as well. I think I mentioned there was one against Benfica where it nearly cost us the match, going to the next round. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he was too cavalier for me. I fully agree with you. He's not my flop of the season though. I'm gonna go for Mr. Willian, to be quite honest. Only reason I say Willian is because for me, with Ceballos, he came with, I didn't really know much about him. I saw him in, I think, the under-20 Spains, and he looked like a good player. He looked like a leader as well. He's one of their better players. But Willian came with a CV. He came with, you know, he won everything in Europe, you know. He's won the Premier League, etc. with Chelsea. He's played in the World Cup for Brazil, you know. The guy's got top experience, you know, even a season previous to coming to us. I don't believe he had a bad season. He had a decent season. And he's come in, and to be quite honest, he ain't done nothing. It feels like he hasn't done enough, you know. 1 goal this season, 7 assists, which is actually quite shocking because that was our top assister, to be fair. Yeah. And he did get that valuable goal. He set up in Benfica match. But at the same time, for what he is, from what I remember from Willian, for me, it wasn't good enough. It felt like his heart wasn't in it. It was literally a paycheck for him, to be quite honest.
And you can London.
Say that again.
And he got to stay in London.
Exactly. Yeah. The kids are going to school around the corner. Let's keep everything sweet. The wife's here as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Let me just stay in London. Oh, Arsenal popped up. Do you know what I'm saying? That we take the rejects, and he's come and he's done absolutely nothing for us. So for me, I would have gone for Willian. But we'll disagree on that one. I was gonna put in there. Am I harsh if I say that we bought him for 27 million? he was going to be the next big thing. I was looking forward to him playing in this heart of the defense, and then he never played. Is putting Saliba in there? Is that being harsh?
Yeah, because he wasn't given the chance to be. I think hopefully if he gets in, then we can see what he's all about. But yeah, I don't think he was given a chance to flop.
Yeah, no, 100.
Well, to be fair, so
yeah, and again for Nice, he's done well for them. So he has shown that he's a good player. I just want to make sure he can do it in the Premiership. But he was playing what's that for Fana? He plays for Leicester. He's shown that he's a good player, and Saliba was rated more highly than him. So I'm hoping that he can come on for next season and do well. Another person I was gonna put in there, it is a bit harsh because he always does give he always gives 100%, is Eddie. Just because I don't think he's a flop, but he just hasn't. I think it's harsh. I'm still sticking with Willian. But Eddie for me hasn't had a great season. I mean, I think 28 games, 6 goals. It's time for Eddie to go, but that's another story. But yeah, I'll stick with Willian. You stick with Ceballos. That's fine. So who for you was the biggest disappointment?
You know what? It's harsh because he's been our main guy for a couple of seasons. But this season, I think the expectations on him, I don't think it was high. I think it was just that, he's our talisman. He's the one that we turn to when maybe things aren't going right. He can put the game on his back and do something. And I got to go for this guy, man. This guy, right?
Mate.
But just didn't fit for me, man. Like, I know he had some stuff going on off the pitch and stuff like that. Bro, do you remember the re-signing, the announcement, like the whole video, like he went live.
Yeah.
And the excitement, bro. I remember I saw like was going live. So
he signed the thing and all this. Yeah.
Like in the Emirates, selfie, and all big on the pitch, right?
Not only that, how long did we have to wait for that signing? Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So all that excitement, I was like, yeah, this guy's gonna be next level next season. I mean, I know like he doesn't have the greatest creators around him, but he always seemed to pull something out of the bag.
Community Shield. Do you remember Community Shield? He got that goal. He looked sharp.
So I expected more.
Yeah.
Definitely this season. And it just didn't happen. And there was just times, bro, when he just looked like he's like deer in the headlights. Like he just weren't, I don't know, physically it seemed like he was, or mentally, sorry, should I say. It seemed like and it was very disappointing. Missed some vital chances, missed a lot of chances, some simple ones too. Not even in the big games, just normal, do you know what I mean? And yeah, it was disappointing. I mean, I'll always back him. I know we can come back strong and that, but for me, I think, and I even think for him, like he would say that he had a very disappointing season. So I'm going to go Oba, unfortunately, but I hope he rises like a phoenix next season and comes back and shows what he's really about.
Yeah, no, do you know what? I'm going to agree with you on that one, to be quite honest. Aubameyang, like you said, the whole signing, like Aubameyang's one of them players, he was certified. So he's like, Aubameyang's going to do the thing. Do you know? He's going to get you the goals, Other players may let you down, but Aubameyang's going to do his thing. Unfortunately, this season, 14 goals this season. For him, considering that last season he scored 25 goals, it was a poor season for him. I know, and like you said, he had the issues off the pitch, the malaria issue, the issues with his mum. Obviously, those are big issues. That's going to stop you playing good football. But I don't know, there was something missing in his game this season, and it was consistent throughout the whole season. I don't know what was going on, to be quite honest. So do you think he's got it within him to come back? And
no, definitely.
Aubameyang that we know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, players like that, they don't lose it overnight. And I think all great strikers go through a little patch where they're not at their best. We've seen it with Rooney, not so much Ronaldo. You know what I mean? There's a lot of big strikers that have their little
moments. Yeah.
Class is forever there, bro. Like, and I fully feel that a good like a rest. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Rest, fresh, like chill with families, like make sure mummy's okay.
Yeah.
Get 100%, and then a good preseason, and to be fair as well, bro, good coaching, and make good additions, some more creative players around him, and I think our Oba will definitely be back next season.
Do you know what I was saying the other day? It's something in humans that I was talking about his salary, his pay rise. You know, he got the new contract. Obviously, we saw it with Ozil. Obviously there was other issues as well. But we saw it with Sanchez as well, to be honest. When do you feel that having that big contract? Do you think the burden of being captain? Do you think any of those things have had an effect on him and his performances at all? Because if I'm honest with you, Aubameyang's the man still for me, but he's not a captain. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think I don't know if he knows that. You know when you're not meant to be that. You're not meant to be in that position, but you've been given that position. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. I think you're right. He's not a captain, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way where I don't feel he can lead. I think he's definitely a leader. You can tell he's respected on the pitch and stuff. But I feel that some players should just be left to play their game and express themselves. I feel like that title can be a burden. I mean, obviously we've had players in the past that have carried it very well. So your Vieiras, even Cesc. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with Oba, he's a player that you let him just get on with his game. And I feel like there's other players within the team that would be better suited to the captain role.
Yeah.
And then salary, personally, JR, I think the media and even us, I think social media, I think us as, I think we maybe make more of that and put the pressure onto the players, because if people think that they're not looking at social media and they're not watching the videos, trust me, they are. Like they can't help it.
Yeah. It's human nature.
Feeling, you know, good and bad. So I think it can have a little effect, but I don't think he's going out thinking, right, I'm getting 250k a week now. I've got to be Super Saiyan. Like, I don't think it's that. I do. The media, pundits, all that kind of stuff definitely has an effect on their mentality.
Yeah, a mental effect. I agree.
Oba, he's class, man. He's definitely gonna come back. Like he can't lose that nowhere.
And what are you saying? So Arteta's got his style of playing. You feel that Arteta can get the best out of him?
Ooh, that's another question, bro. Yeah, I mean, because he's done it before.
No, I agree.
Under Arteta, what I think could happen going forward is it's the additions, because it's getting Oba in the position to score those goals. If he's not getting by, he can't work miracles. He can't track back, get the ball.
Yeah.
On 10 man, like he can't do all that. So he needs the team to help him
around him that can make it. Yeah. I agree. And to be quite honest, that's what Arteta should understand that now. You know, to get the best out of Aubameyang, he needs to have the players around him to do that dirty work. Aubameyang's there to score goals. You know, so let's hope that happens. All right. Now we agree on that one. So that's one we've agreed on. I'm gonna move on now to best signing of the season. Who would you give that to?
For as in new or just the kind?
Yeah. So okay. So I won't give you. No. Yeah. Last season. Remember the likes of Pablo Mari was actually, I think he's officially signed at the beginning of last season and things like that.
Do you know what? That's a good question, you know. Oh, bro, you've stumped me because I've got two people in mind. I'll go. I'll go Gabby, man.
Yeah. Who
Yeah,
was your
yeah. I'll
other
go.
person?
I don't want to say because I've got him on the list for something
Okay,
else.
okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah,
No,
go on, go on.
I'll go Gabby. I think obviously scored in his first game.
Mm,
He's always, to me anyway, he always seems really solid. He's determined, like he's not afraid to put his foot in.
mm,
Good track back, good aerial presence, I think.
mm-hmm,
I think there was a point in the season he had a little wobble.
mm-hmm.
You know, he didn't, and then that's the point where he was kind of in and out, in and out, in and out. So I think that's more. I think the beginning of the season it was more maybe adrenaline and you know he's in a new league, new team, so he's doing everything he can to impress and keep clean sheets and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I
He
think
got
maybe
COVID as well, which kind of held him back to
yeah,
be fair to him.
yeah, that as well. And then I think there was a point where maybe the kind of physicality of the league
Caught up with
maybe
him.
and caught up,
Mm,
and he kind of off performances. And I think Arteta handled it well at the time. Kind of took him out the fire line a little bit,
yeah.
kind of phased him back in slowly, and he then kind of came back and he got better as the more games he played, should I say?
Mm-hmm.
And I think he had quite a good season. I think a good first season. I think it's the pairing
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Gabby
Yeah,
who
yeah.
he's
We need to
played,
get it right.
because he's the more, I see him more as the brawn. He's not the brain of the
Yeah,
two.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
100%.
so it depends who he's playing next to. But I think with the options that we've got for next season, because I don't think defense is a major issue or kind of area that we need to
We had the
rad.
third
Look,
best defense in the Premiership.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
So I think getting that centre back pairing right for Arteta next season is vital.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, I'm gonna go Gabby, man. I'm gonna go
yeah.
Gabby. Yeah.
I'm gonna agree with you again. I think Gabby for first season, you know, he was basically we got him at towards the end of the summer, and he came in and he went straight into the first team. And I was thinking, Raz, it's too early. You know, the guy doesn't speak English. You
Yeah.
know, that was a concern for me. Obviously, he had David Luiz with him as well and Pablo Marie to help him, you know. But it was a worry for me. It was a concern. But he went straight in and he looked solid. He looked really good considering that was his first season. I mean, I think there's 23 matches in the Prem, 6 clean sheets. I mean, his stats are not that great when you look at them. He had 11 wins and 9 losses. Yeah. But I don't blame those losses particularly on him. That was during a period especially the first half of the season where we didn't have an attacking midfield, and we up till Boxing Day we were poor. Do you know what I'm saying? Before we put in Emil Smith Rowe, etc. So I don't particularly blame him, but yeah, he's definitely been a good signing. I look forward to seeing him next season, and like you said, having the correct partner, a thinker. People don't like it. I think Holding is a squad player, but Holding's done decent, to be fair. And he's a thinking footballer. People don't like to say that, but he's not the bronze or anything like that. He's a thinking footballer, you know, and he's done decent. But yeah, I think if we can get better, you know, but then we've got Saliba coming back as well. So let's see what this guy can do, you know. So yeah, I definitely agree with Gabby. Now you can tell me who your other guy was though as well. Though. I'm curious, man. Just say his name, man.
No, because the more I spoke about Gabby, or I was thinking in my head, nah, to the other guy.
Okay.
But we'll come to that.
Cool. All right. So we're gonna come to the most improved player then. That's what I want to talk about. Who is that for you? I think we're gonna agree on this one.
I'm tired because I got two.
Wow. Yeah, you're a thinker, innit? I can tell you're a deep guy. You're a guy that's just sitting there, just thinking in the corner, bro.
I went because originally, all right, let me tell you. Originally, I went Smith Rowe.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm judging off the second half of the season. I went Pepe.
Jeez.
So that's the thing. So I was tired because for me personally, as young as he is, bro was kind of, obviously he's played before, you know, previous season at bit part. But when he was introduced, like you said, he was introduced just before Christmas. And he changed things, bro.
Yeah. 100%.
Him arriving, setting people up, like made like kind of and it was just before Ødegaard came as well. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He came in, there was a lift. To get me, him and Saka linking up, him and Laka up, him and Oba not as much, but still.
Yeah. Him and Laka linking up, and Laka, Smith Rowe, and Saka, crazy.
That him coming in, there was definitely a lift. I think he's got an amazing future if he's handled well. So that's why I went Smith Rowe first.
There can only be one, big man. There can only be one.
All right, let me put my case forward for Pepe.
Oh my gosh.
Obviously, he came the 72 milli. Everyone was expecting big things. He's in France the season before, and kind of flattered to deceive. But Pepe, with a good run of games, confidence, bro, like even though it ended in a nightmare, Europe, they got us literally to the semis. His goal, even the game we were behind, we thought we were going out. It was Pepe that was coming off the bench to save us, bro. And last 2 games, 4-2, like I mean, you can't say that's not a massive improvement. Do you know what I mean? And you can see with a run of games. I think they finally started to see that as well. So if I had to choose, I'm gonna go Pepe. You know, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I do want to give it to bro, but I can't deny what Pepe did the last half of the season, especially when, and it's no fault of his own. I think Smith Rowe, I think the game's kind of caught up with him, and he's still a young boy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna give it to Pepe, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to go with Mr. 16 goals, 5 assists, Nicolas Pepe, man. For me personally, let me tell you, football obviously is about talent as well, but you know what? There's a mental strength that you need, and for me, there was a lot of pressure on him. 72 million. He's too skinny. He doesn't understand. You know, the manager doesn't really. The guy who bought you or who was managing you at the time doesn't really feel you. You know, you're hearing that Zaha was the guy that was meant to be bought, etc. It takes a strong mentality to actually say, do you know what? I'm not going to listen to what other people are saying. I'm actually going to do my thing. I'm going to practice. I'm going to get better, and I'm going to show them. Because a lot of people in those situations will actually say, do you know what? They just fall through. They just, they just go into a little corner and curl up. Like, there's something about his mentality that I've seen that I do like about him. Like, he's a winner. I was thinking, do you know what? Is he just like a brash guy? Like, yeah, he's got the flair as well, you know. But he's a winner as well, and I like it. And I think, you know, previous season, I think he got 8 goals. I think 3 assists. I'm not too sure, but he had less goals that season. So you can see that he's building from season to season. You know, he's practicing. He's getting better. We scored, I think, maybe 2 goals less or more than last season. Aubameyang was the guy last season with the 25 goals. Do you know what I'm saying? Now you got people like Laka, you got people like Pepe are stepping up when Aubameyang didn't really get the goals this season. Do you know what I'm saying? As we had hoped to. And I like the fact that he's a goal threat as well. You know, the only thing I hope for is that when the pressure's on next season, I want to see that big mentality step up. I want to see that confidence shine through. Because it's easy, you know. I think he scored against Crystal Palace at the end. He's got those 2 goals. He got the brace against Brighton as well. Quality goals. But we had nothing to play for. when we've got something to play for, I need man like that to step up and be counted. You know, when Aubameyang's not, we're looking to Aubameyang, it's not really happening. I need Pepe to step up. And I think he does have it in him to be that person. I agree with you, Will Smith-Rowe, because I was torn on this as well, if I'm honest with you. I thought he's had a very good season. He changed things around for us. And he's been a key player for us. He does get injured a bit too much, but 7 assists in his first full season. We've been waiting for a while for Will Smith-Rowe to come through, to be quite honest, because we've been seeing him since Wenger days. You know what I'm saying? So in the background. So it's positive. I think for me, he's like our Jack Grealish. I like the way he links up with Laka, with Saka. I love that link up. Wicked. And yeah, onwards and upwards. But I think for me, it's Pepe. I like it. He's getting that bit of
getting that. You can see like he feels important now.
Yeah.
Where before, like his confidence was just rock bottom.
Yeah,
but now, okay, I've got a role to play within this team. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think Thierry called it Rafa Boom. He's getting his Rafa Boom back. He's coming true. I see it. I like it. Do you know what I'm saying? So do you feel that Arteta had anything of getting the best out of that player, or do you? Because obviously we've had this conversation where you've been very vocal on Arteta and your thoughts on him. Do you feel that Arteta wasn't playing him? To be fair, is it just wholly on Pepe? Because we've heard a lot about Pepe being the best in training, but not really being able to play it in the actual match, and that's obviously changing now. Was it Arteta who brought it out of him, or was that Pepe just working hard?
You know what? For me personally, I think what happened was I think Arteta saw that this guy is saving us in Europe. Maybe not putting up trees in the league at the moment, but am I bring him on or I play him in Europe, he does something. Like literally every game, Pepe,
100%.
He wasn't disputing. So I feel like, but you know what? The boy's on the run, innit? And he just kept playing him. And kept playing him, and he was doing more bits. And then we saw, like you said, the pressure was off, fair enough. But he put in some quality performances, like the last 4 or 5 games. Do you know what I mean? Again, we all know, I think it's plain for everyone to see, he's a confidence player.
Yeah.
For this, he maybe put his arm around him and said, do you know what? Go out there, you've been doing. And even in some ways, maybe the fact that, we were out of Europe or Europa, I don't want to say Europe, the season was drawing to a close. He maybe said, you know what, go out there, express yourself.
Yeah.
A little kind of view to see, right, how can I deploy him next season? With plans I've got, that he hopes, come into fruition during the summer. How can I use this player to his best ability next season? I think maybe that was an audition for Pepe.
No, fair enough.
We don't know whether they're looking at other wingers or whatever it could be.
100%.
One of them for us that could maybe save us some money that could be put into another area.
100%.
So I've said to someone, I think Pepe should be a starter next season.
Yeah.
And they pointed out, okay, so what happens with Saka? Because obviously Pepe's on he's on the right.
Yeah.
Obviously Saka can play left, but I don't like being moved all around the place. Like, let him find his feet.
Yeah.
But I feel like Pepe needs to be, he's got to be more involved. If you want to see the Pepe that we started to see the end of this last season, you've got to get him more involved in what's going on next season. So.
And I think it's even more important for Pepe to be in a position that is strong for him, whatever that position is. So if it's the right, because like you said, he's a confidence player, and we've seen that Saka is so versatile as well. Do you know what I'm saying? It may be a hindrance in some ways, but at the same time, it is a positive as well. The fact that he is, and one thing I like to say is that Saka's my guy, don't get twisted, but you see with Pepe, he's got goals in him as well. Saka doesn't really have goals in him as such. He's got a goal in him, one or two of, but my man's he's got 16 goals in the season, So that's why we got to deploy Pepe in the right position and make it work. So yeah. For me, he's definitely the most improved player. And there was a part of the season where we was looking at him and I was saying like, I was brushing him. I was brushing him. I was like, I was brushing him in the group. Enough.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But to be fair, he's proved me wrong, and I love when people do that. And also as well, we were looking at Saka at the beginning of the season and putting a lot of pressure on the young man. When now players are finally starting to step up, like Pepe. Do you know what I'm saying? We should have been looking at Pepe as one of those guys. And now we're looking at the new season saying, you know what? He needs to be given a starting place and he needs to be a key player in the first 11. So things have changed and that's a good thing,
And he's not young. Like he's
24, isn't it?
24.
He's 24. Yeah.
Well, technically he's not one of the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think he was 20. So he just turned 24. 24 is still young for me, man. I kind of feel like, but I hear what you're saying.
I think the younger ones would look to him like.
Yeah. 100%. He's done a lot more than them as well, to be fair.
So hopefully he kind of picks up where he left off next season.
I hope so. I heard he's training hard and he wants this. You need people like that. If he wants it, he will go far. You always hear the stories about Cristiano Ronaldo, how he used to stay behind and train every day. That doesn't happen by chance that they're one of the best players in the world. So it's good that he's got that mentality. It's positive. Right, we're going to move on to the last two though. Right. And you're going to say, do you know what? You didn't even put I was hoping that you were going to say the best forever, blah, 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 but you didn't even say it. But the second to last one I'm going to say is best young player.
Okay. Yeah, I got that.
You got that? All right, cool.
Can only be one person, really.
Go on.
He put the team on his back in many a game, bro.
Yeah.
He stepped assists, couple goals. Got to be Bukayo Saka, mate.
Yeah.
What else? No one else.
Do you know what? The only reason I didn't show you the rules of the game. You didn't read the rules of the game, big man. You should have just the small print. You see the small print? You have to pick one person for each thing, yeah. So I agree with you. If it comes to the youngest player, he's the best player. It's Saka, Saka. But at the same time, I will put it, I'm going to give it to Emile Smith-Rowe because of the fact that he's a young player again.
Yeah.
This has been his standout season, his season where he's come out and he's performed for us and he's shown what he can do. He's shown that he's a key member to the squad as well. I think he's only 20/21, so he's still a young guy. And it's weird. It's weird because yes, Saka is the young player. But at the same time, he's like an old head for one. Like, it's mad, like, because the birds are so bad. That's not his fault, to be quite honest. I agree with you. Like, if you compared the two, if you said, look, you got to put one of these players in and we're playing an important match, I did. I put both, but then it would be Saka for me. But because of the final, which is player of the season for you, for us. I mean, I'll start off first. For me, it was Bukayo Saka. Left back, left wing, right wing, right back, attacking midfield, centre midfield.
Wherever they put.
Listen, I waited for him to be manager and goalkeeper, and then you get me, and striker, and that's it. He's done that. The guy, I mean, he's 19 or something crazy still, But you know what? The first time I saw this and I think he was 17, yeah, I said, nah, he's either had a good match or this guy is special. And he's just been consistent ever since. I hope we don't tire him out. He's such a... Yeah, exactly. I was reading up about him the other day. I mean, the guy got 4 A's and 4 A stars or something stupid at GCSE, bro. Like he's an intelligent guy as well, bro. Like he's just someone like if he was my son, I'd just be like, I'm proud of this guy, you know. Certain people you don't have to even worry about. Like, he's one of them people. Like, he's just a good person. Like, he seems like it. I don't know him, obviously. But what a standout season. I mean, 7 assists. I think he got 5 goals or something like that. He's just been the man this season. When top players, highly paid players in our squad were kind of, in my opinion, letting us down. Yeah. Yeah.
All the seniors be done, mate.
Exactly. Yeah.
Passion, everything. Yeah.
Exactly. Saka came through and he showed what he can do, so to speak, and he was consistent with it, I hope we don't rely on him next season like that. Also as well, I hope he gets a chance to break as well, because he's going into the Euros probably. He's probably going to get named in the last 26. So he's going to need a break before the season starts, etc. So, yeah, man, but definitely Bukayo Saka, please stand up. Like my man of the season, most definitely. I don't think you're going to argue with me, but tell me. He's going to argue with me.
Oh, no. There's no one else, bro. There's no one else. I mean, and I don't even want to call him a kid because he's a young man, but he's amazing, bro. And I think, like you said, he seems so level-headed. Like,
bro.
Like, he just seems like he's just focused. He wants to do well.
Yeah.
He trains hard. He listens. It seems like he's a young person that listens to the seniors. He wants to just take in as much as he can.
100%.
From a good family. So he's, he's good. He's focused. He just wants to do well. Even when he does interviews, like, just the way he talks, he just seems
articulate.
He's really thankful for the position that he's in.
Yeah.
And I love that humility. Like, he realizes he's in a privileged position and he go out there and do his best for Arsenal. You can tell he loves been there for a while.
Let me tell you something, bro. Like, if I'm 19, if I'm 19 and I'm on 30 grand a year, a week, bro, knowing the 19-year-old me that I was, or 18, I don't even know if I would be able to handle that type of money and stay level-headed. There'll be a couple people, my family will probably start hating me, my friends will probably start hating me because I don't know if I'll be able to handle that type of, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
He's the type of guy, bro. Like, I don't know. He's the type of guy that he's probably still he's a great friend still. He doesn't make you feel no way. Man's got all the drinks. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a pleasure. He's an honorable. He's a stand-up young guy. He's a role model. I don't want to even put that on him, but he's someone. He will be. Yeah. Because if I'm showing my son, like, even in terms of attitude, like, to have, so to speak, there's only a few people on it. Like, for me at that age and what he's doing, like, and how he's handling it, like, that's someone I would say, like, look at the way he's doing it, I don't want to put that pressure on him though, but yeah, top guy.
Yeah, no, he deserves it, man. I think I would like him to get a rest. But it doesn't look like it. Bro. Doesn't get selected, I'll be surprised as well, though. That's the thing.
Do you know what, though? I think if he does get selected, though, I don't think he'll get much games,
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
So
I think he'll make out games, or if, any kind of unexpected injuries.
Yeah.
And in it, he can fill in various places, and all players.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't see him as a starter.
Yeah.
He'll play his part. Yeah.
But you know what? That's a lot to do with his personality as well, because I can imagine around, especially his first time for the England squad, you could tell he's probably the quiet one. Like, he didn't really know many people. Arsenal ain't got no players in that team. You know what I'm saying? He's there by himself. He knows a couple of players from the youth thing, but like, he's just a quiet one. Do you know what I'm saying? And you could tell on his first match that he was that quiet guy in training. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think as he grows with confidence, that may potentially change, and we're going to see more of a monster, and he's going to gain that confidence. One day it's going to, like it's clicked for Arsenal, for England, it's going to click to say, I am that guy. And that's
Yeah.
the guy that they're looking up to me. Only thing I would say about that is Southgate, I'm not too sure about him, but that's another story for another day. So
You know what? Although with the England setup, I heard that the player that he's closest to is Jack Grealish.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you know what? You see. Yeah.
I heard they're close, man. They're good friends, apparently. So,
firstly, you need to speak to him and get his price down, and we can talk about him coming to Arsenal. But I'm not surprised with Grealish. Yeah, he seems to have a bit of R&B hip hop in him. You get me?
Man, them.
Yeah.
100%.
If you listen to his what he's listening to on the coach on the way there or something on his phone or whatever, he played a couple tunes like, okay, oh, you know then, yeah, all right, yeah.
You know the maddest thing, Jay, yeah? I used to really dislike Grealish, you know?
So, man, the
cocky, arrogant.
100%, bro.
He won my respect, bro. Like his kind of play and dedication and everything. Like he's definitely won me over, man. I think he's like future star for me, man.
Can I just say though that I think he is arrogant. I think he is cocky. But one thing about people that I like that, if you can back it up, yeah, I can't say nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? I think when I'm not putting him on the same levels as Ronaldo or someone like that, but you can tell the arrogance with Ronaldo. There was arrogance with when Michael Jordan and Henry played and things like that. And I'm naming some big stars, to be quite honest. I don't want to put Grealish on that. Huh?
Winners.
Yeah, winners. Yeah. But I can tell, and I understand why Man City are connected with him, because I can tell at the end of the day, he backs it up. When I see him play for Aston Villa, he carries them certain times, the way he's playing. They look to him. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you can do that, then I don't naturally like those type of people, but at the same time, you back it up, bro. So I can't say nothing to you. Keep on doing your thing, you know. So respect to him. Respect him.
Need him to wear longer socks, man. That short socks.
Yeah. You know he's got a next star in it. Like I can tell he's got a next star. There'll be certain things like, bro, what are you doing, man? Come on, man. Fix up. Like, but he not mad there, but he can roll still. Like it's one of those. But who was all right? So that's come to the end of the what I was gonna in terms of discuss in terms of the nominations for this year. You named a couple. You're saying I'm gonna put these. I was gonna name them later. What were those nominations you're gonna put, and what were those players?
So I got two. So I had two categories. One is kind of knees improvement for next season.
Okay.
And on possible incomings.
Okay, so possible incomings, we're going to touch on that, but needs improvement. Who was that for you?
Partey, man.
Yeah, bro.
Got to come way better next season, man.
Do you know what? That's real and that's very honest, because a lot of players, I think we got stuck in this little bubble where we didn't really want to diss Partey, to be quite honest. So a lot of people didn't, if I'm honest. But you need to step it up. I saw little things, glimpses towards the end of the season, but again, that's when the pressure wasn't there. I need to see it when the pressure's there, and we need to look to someone. And we're not looking to Saka. We're looking to you, big man. Do you know what I'm saying? Saka's meant to be looking to you. So players like that, I need him to definitely step up. I do believe he's got it in him.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a terrible. Go on.
Sorry to cut you. It's also who's around him.
Yeah. So let's touch on that then. So who would you like to see? If I gave you £8 million, yeah, I gave you 80 million because that's probably the most we're going to get. We may get more. Obviously, we're going to sell some players as well, so it could work out a bit more. But I give you 80 million. What would you do with that 80 million?
All right, so I got 3. I say 4, but 1 is our player already. So I'm going to put
remember you got 80 million, you know. But yeah, go on.
We're in there because he's ours already.
Okay. 100, yeah.
I'm hoping for big things for him. Other 3, I had to write it down. I've gone, and we're going to need a few sales to bump this up a little bit. Uma, reason being, just an athlete, bro. Like, I think we need to get back to the days of having like real strong athletes, like players that are just going to run their heart out for the 90 plus minutes. Do you know what I mean? And
bro, go on.
I think that
100%.
could be crazy.
100%. Let me just stop you there before you continue. With Basuma, that's the only rare place where I kind of feel Wenger did kind of let me down, because we had Vieira, we had Petit, we had Gilberto.
Yeah,
but Overmars was a quality player, but I'm talking about big players that, man, if you try and they'll rip you down. It's like, are you mad?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then we started to play with these little players. Like Fabregas, he's a quality player. We had quality players, but they were little men, and we didn't have a big man next to them to kind of just say, big man, don't touch my little man over there. Do you get me? Because he's my teammate. Do you know what I'm saying? And I kind of feel for a number of seasons we've missed that. So having someone like Basuma with Partey, that's a strong midfield, bro. And I think if Xhaka does go, then that's the name that I want to see come in personally. You know. I'm going to let you continue.
Then I've gone controversial one. You might not agree with this.
He's going to say a madness now. Here we go.
I've gone Ivan Toney, bro.
Bro, you keep on bringing this guy up, you know. You keep on bringing this guy up. Even when there's no need, I swear Lito brings him up, yeah? And just drops a little something in the group.
Bro, yeah. He's something different. I feel like we stagnated. We need to change things up. I love Laka. Yeah. I love Laka bits. I feel like his contribution to the team, second to none. Hold up, play, link up.
100.
Hold, everything. But he just turned 30, 2 days ago? Yesterday?
Yeah.
Got 12 months left.
Yeah.
I think maybe move Laka on.
Shot that, man. I've been saying it as well, man. If we can get some decent amount of money, how much money would you accept?
Got a year left. You'd be happy to take a 10, 15, I think.
I know, and that's poor, bro. I ideally, and I know I'm in cuckoo land, I'd want a little 20 million, but I'm in cuckoo land with that. I'm pushing it, but I'll try my luck.
I don't know, right? I know Atletico are still kind of looking at him.
Yeah, but they would only go for 10, 15.
But I mean, I think, again, it's a bit of poor business on our part. Hopefully that's one of the last that we let get to that stage.
Yeah, 100%. It's like someone needs to start reviewing these contracts a couple years before. So just leaving it.
So yeah, I would say
Ivan Toney, though. Like Ivan Toney, is that his name? In the championship, though, bro. He used to play for Newcastle. They got rid of him, man.
Bro, you got to think, like, everyone's got to start somewhere, bro. Look at Vardy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
An exception, but there's a lot of players they got to start somewhere.
Can he do it in the Prem?
I think so. And then again, Jay, it goes back to team selection. Arteta's got to get the right people in place. This guy is a goal machine, bro. He's not I don't think he's the quote-unquote conventional Arsenal signing, because I don't know what Arsenal signing is these days. Those days are kind of long gone. So I think we need to change our way of thinking. But with Oba kind of out wide and able to drift in, Ivan Toney is that guy you put up top. Bro, get him the ball, he's scoring. I'm telling you, he's young and he's going to have a point to prove. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, he's done it with Brentford. They're in playoff finals today, you know? Yeah.
I was just going to say, if they okay, so it's today, okay.
So, you know what I mean? Like, he broke the championship goal scoring record.
Yeah, you're talking big. You're talking a lot of championship, big man. You're talking no Premiership. But I understand what you're saying.
But this as well, yeah. Next season is going to be different for us, bro. No Europe. We need to trim the squad.
Yeah.
So it could be the time to look at something different. And then
let me say that one thing. There was who was it? It was Jermaine Beckford. Yeah, it's Jermaine Beckford. Yeah, the old school. I think he went to Everton, Reba.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
and he was a gunman in the championship. He was a goal scorer. Came to the Premiership, didn't do nothing, and that's the only thing I fear with players from the Championship. That's the only thing. I've seen the guy's record, and he looks good, to be fair.
Yeah.
And I hope if he does come, obviously, you want him to do well. But I just fear that step up. Like, what's that? Is it Watson? What's the guy for Aston Villa?
Villa. Watkins.
Watkins, yeah. He's done well.
Done all right.
He's done all right, but that's what I'm saying. He's done all right. Like he hasn't set the place alight, so to speak. But at the same time, obviously, Ivan Toney's got a better goal record than him. So
I don't want to say Watkins' replacement, but he stepped up when Watkins left.
Yeah. 100%. No, I will say, okay. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Like, I'll watch him today as well.
I can't see it. I know that the club will look at it as like again, he's not an Arsenal type sign.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question though, quickly. You're not related to him, are you? Because I see you've been put his name forward many times. Are you his agent or something?
No. I think he's got it, bro.
Fair enough. I'm gonna watch him today, see how he gets on, man.
True, actually, I need to watch that.
Give me your final one then.
Final.
So we would have got him for how much would you pay for him? Sorry,
40. I think they want about 40.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot, bro.
But and I don't want this to happen because I want him to do well. If results didn't go his way today, gives us a bit more bargaining power.
Yeah, 100%, and he'll want to go as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
A final. See, I'm not gonna go Buendia like everyone is.
Go on.
I'm gonna go. And this is gonna sound a bit crazy because we'd have to sell about 10 man.
You're gonna say Messi or someone.
I'm gonna go Jack Grealish, mate. Oh, I'd love to see.
Yeah. 100%. It's not happening, but 100%. They're talking 100 million, bro.
Yeah, it's nuts.
100 million. I would love to see Jack Grealish. So the only thing I would say is that I personally think maybe other people can't see that he's very similar to Emile Smith-Rowe. And I don't, in terms of threading a ball, I prefer the idea of Ødegaard or Buendia.
Yeah.
We need that.
Yeah, make more sense, I think.
Yeah. I was looking at his record, and again, it goes back to the championship thing. His championship record was 16 assists, 15 goals or something. But then in the Premiership, it was 7 assists, 1 goal. But one thing that I looked at is his chances created when he's in the Premiership. He was 4th behind guys like what's his name?
Was that 2 seasons?
Yeah, not so. Yeah, 2 seasons ago. Yeah, so he was in the top 4. Do you know what's the guy for in the midfield for Man City? Mine's gone blank. Blonde guy, you know him.
Kev.
Yeah, the brain. Yeah, so behind man like that, so he's definitely got something in him. Obviously, Norwich are not gonna. They didn't have the players to actually capitalize and get those goals, but chances created, I like that. I like the fact that he's up there, top 4. Do you know what I'm saying? That was a big list.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so yeah, but you know what? If we stayed with Ødegaard, I can't see it happening. I think he did show. Yeah, do you know what? He had his moments this season, and I think maybe because I would say that I saw the last match of the season, but I was thinking this guy's playing for his career, man. I don't know. He's turning it on today. Oh, we just lost you for a second. You there? Yeah. He's playing for his career, so I don't really know. So yeah, but yeah, so what are you saying? Ødegaard, Uwa, or Buendia? I understand what you're saying about Grealish, but I think that is probably unrealistic. I personally feel that. If we could, I would take him.
Buendia, I'd probably say. I don't know much about Ayo or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
One guy we should go for. He's the one. I can honestly say I've never seen him play.
Yeah.
No, but because I haven't seen it and I've seen more of Buendia, I would go with him. And I always like when the player kind of lets it be known he wants to come.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll take that. And I think he'd be about 35, 40 as well, I think.
Yeah, no, so it's a price that we can kind of afford, I feel. I know it's like we're trying to get rid of a lot of players now, which is good. So yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. I personally would take. I don't mind the idea of Ødegaard, but you know what? Yeah, Buendia, only because I saw the chances created.
Yeah.
Like because I'm always concerned with, because even like, what's the one for West Ham that came up? Who they signed from Brentford? Was it Brahima or
Ben Rama, sorry. Ben Rama.
Yeah.
He ain't done much, man.
He ain't done much. Do you know what I'm saying? But then he was meant to be the guy that we meant to sign.
He was.
Do you know that's what I'm saying? The step up is different. And not many people realize that. So I'm always concerned with people that come up from the Championship and try and do it in the Premiership. So we'll see. That's the only reason I've seen Ødegaard do it at this level. I know he can thread a ball, to be fair. He came in January, which is a hard time to come in and establish yourself. And to be fair, considering that, he's done quite well. When we consider a man like Denis Suarez and things like that, you know, like he's done all right, to be fair. So yeah, man. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, like we said, it's been a not a roller coaster. It's been a flat season. Yeah, flat coke, basically. No bubbles. Hopefully we've got positive things to look for next season in terms of, there's no Europe, but I think that will probably be good for us. I think we kind of needed to reset, to be quite honest. This is Arteta's chance to show us. A lot of people are doubting him. Let's see what you're made of, you know. And one thing I would say, I just want to put in the stat is, you know, first 14 games, we were 15th. Yeah. And after 23, next 23 games after that, we would have finished in second position if we had taken those points. That's mad, you know. So, and that, you know, that takes us up to where we had a problem with attacking midfielder, threading that ball through, and then we found it. So yeah, it shows as well, because I don't think the second half of the season was that great, but it shows that this was a roller coaster of a season for everyone, to be quite honest. A lot of teams underperformed, even Liverpool, they got it back at the end, but a lot of teams underperformed. So yeah, man, we'll see for next season. I'm hoping we can do a lot better, as every Arsenal fan is. But we'll see. Hopefully we get the signings done early. I see we look to be getting a lot of players out early. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. One more question for you, Lito. Thank you for your time today, by the way. I know you're a Kroenke out guy, and I just want to know, you haven't bought a new kit, have you?
Nah. Do you know what though? I'm not doing it no more. I'm not buying it.
You're not buying the kit no more?
They come with these sexy kits, bro.
Mate.
Yeah.
That yellow kit is bad.
Do you know what? You know the stripy one that you showed me yesterday? The blue.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it from the picture, but I got a feeling in person.
Yeah,
it will look a lot.
Exactly. And I think it wasn't a great picture, if I'm honest with you. I've seen the actual image of it, and it actually looks all right. It's like that took it back to the old school, innit? You know, I think it's a 94, 95.
Yeah, in person, that one. And then if the home one that I saw, that's similar to the
red one,
I think that's another one that I think will look better in person. So that's enough. Potentially kits that I'm gonna have to purchase.
Big man, you're meant to be Kroenke out, big man. Bro, I thought I was gonna turn on today and then see you in the yellow kit. I was actually shocked, to be quite honest.
I've been close, but I think I don't want to do it, man. But you know me, bro. I always cave in, man.
I don't blame you, bro. To be quite honest, you're gonna see me probably in the yellow kit next season. I was gonna say what? So sad. But you know, guys, that's all we got time for this week. Join us next time. It's been a pleasure sitting down with you today, bro. It's been good. It's been a lot of fun. Ladies, gentlemen, if you like what you see, what you hear, subscribe, share it, tell a friend to tell a friend. Yep, join the Instagram, join the Twitter, and we're going on a journey. Join us. Until next time, take care.